Since Chat 2.0 is live, we give an EOS resource model update, lots of wax news, and much more. Hello EOS Nation, I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 74 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. Watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud or your favorite podcast player, or read it at eosnation.io. That's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing that like, ringing the bell, and giving us a 5-star rating. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. Sense Chat 2.0 is live and we want you to join us. This week, iOS users received their invite to start using Sense Chat 2.0, and while there's still some improvements to be made, we're enjoying the experience so far and looking forward to the additional features planned. While Android users are still waiting for their invitation, Sense Chat has assured us that getting all early access signups on the platform is their top priority. Early access signups are still open for those who'd like to try out Sense Chat as soon as possible. Our Chief Community Officer, Stéphane Bizon, recently created the EOS Nation Sense Chat channel, which will be populated by everyone who used our sign-up link to join the Early Access program. Stéphane will be taking an active role in moderating the group. Those looking for a mostly uncensored group are free to join our EOS Nation Telegram chat. For the others, we hope to make our EOS Nation Sense Chat an enjoyable and positive place. Haters, spammers, scammers, and bots will not be welcome. The moderation tools are still limited and may not allow us to do all the moderation actions that we'd like to, but this will change over time. Those of you who already got an invite link may have noticed that Sense channels like ours are restricted to posts from the community manager only. We intend to open up our channel to posts from everyone as soon as that feature is available, which should be in the coming week. In the meantime, we encourage our members to reply to our posts and get familiar with the features of sending sense to comments you liked and vouching for people. If there's something you'd like to see in Sense Chat, make sure to submit your ideas in the Request a Feature section, which also allows you to vote on other submissions that you'd like to see in the app. Anyone who downloaded the app and signed up for our community through our link will get an email with a link to directly join our channel over the next few days as well. Earning daily rewards, staking to enter channels, and vouching for users are features that are live right now and very welcome change of pace from Telegram. Are we finally going to be free of bots and scammers in our public channels? Sense Chat is definitely bringing us a lot closer. Moving on now to an update on the EOS resource model. EOS Nation has been busy over the past few months testing and preparing for it, having been keen supporters of the idea since Dan first mentioned it in November in his article titled EOSIO Resource Allocation Reimagined. We've since shared our feedback in the Kylan and Jungle testnet channels, the specific Telegram channel set up for this discussion, as well as the official block.one feedback form. But we want to take a brief moment to summarize our thoughts for the community, which Yves LaRose shared this week in a post on Voice. We want to make sure that the stakeholders who are the most likely to be impacted by these changes are aware of the discussion that is taking place and know that they are encouraged to participate in it. In our opinion, large token holders running applications and front-facing portals are the stakeholders that are likely going to be the most impacted. If you fall into these two categories, make sure to join the Telegram channel to discuss the new EOS resource model. If you're curious about what other block producers had to say, check out Aloha EOS's posts, which contains links to many other responses, and it gets updated as more stakeholders share their feedback. Deployment and phase-in of the new resource model will take a number of months. Here's a high-level look at where we're at and what still needs to happen. Block.one has released an initial version of the code, and block producers are currently testing it on testnets. Block producers, developers, community members, and Block.one are engaged in a back and forth to tune the code based on the results of the testing. So it will still be some time before we can expect Block.one to come out with an official release of the code. And then there'll be more testing before we can deploy the contract on the mainnet and create the necessary accounts. Then there'll be ongoing tuning of parameters for some time after that before we can expect a roadmap for the phase-in of the new model and the phase-out of the current model. Up next, we've got lots and lots of drops on wax. The GoPepe cards just hit the marketplaces and collectors are busy completing collections. Don't be surprised when you see how many lower rarities are being burned, as this is the mechanism to upgrade your cards. To learn more about the GoPepe collection, check out their interview on NFT Hype. The team cooperated with Design for All this season and will continue work with other artists for the following GoPepe releases. The creators of Cogs on Wax are doing an airdrop. As you might know, RFOX is far more than just a blockchain game studio and already has its own coin, the RFOX. And there'll be a drop to all RFOX holders soon to power RFOX games on Wax. Check out the video message from RFOX CEO Ben Fairbank for more details. The Waxplorer released a nice new feature for cogs collectors that makes it a lot easier to sort through a collection and finish a specific set. And now for all the GPK fans, get ready. The drop for GPK Digital Original Season 2 is just a couple days away, and we saw Tobin Lent, VP of Topps Digital, sharing a lot of interesting info regarding the upcoming sale in a video interview with NFT Hype and GPK News. We're very excited about this drop as it presents a lot of new variations. And last but not least, this new tool might come in handy for those that never want to miss a drop on Atomic Hub. The Atomic Drop Notifier was created by Wax community member and Android developer Javier Mendonça, who shared the code on GitHub for suggestions and feedback. Speaking of Wax NFTs, it's time for the race for rares. If you're joining us for the YouTube premiere of this episode, type Spicy Rare in the live chat now for your chance to win one of 5 Spicy Rare NFTs, and guess the length of this episode to win one of 2 NFT packs. You've got 2 minutes starting now. And if you'd like a chance to win this week's Golden Chili, leave a relevant comment on this video about one of today's spicy topics. You don't need to be here for the premiere for this one. You've got 2 days to leave your comment. Good luck, and don't forget you need to sign up to be eligible at eosnation.io/spicy. And smash that like if you're hyped for some NFTs. And now let's get back to the spicy updates with a particularly hot one from the world of Ultra. Ultra released more information about the recent benchmarking efforts, revealing that the Ultra version of EOSIO was able to execute an impressive 31% more transactions on average compared to a vanilla EOSIO deployment. On top of industry best transfers per second, the consistency of successful transactions has also been excellent, revealing that the Ultra queuing mechanism works very well. These EOSIO extensions will allow Ultra to offer free transactions for users that need them, fast transactions for developers, and a secure querying mechanism that can prevent spamming of the network. This week also came with a listing for UOS on KuCoin, and the big announcement of an Ultra and Atari partnership that will allow Ultra users to join an Atari dedicated community and play classic Atari games. Atari is also exploring the use of Ultra's technology, including its NFT framework, to add a new twist to old classics. We can't wait to see it all in action. Congrats to Ultra for another exciting week. This next one is for our yield farmers and DeFi lovers. We're excited to introduce you all to the EOSX DeFi Gateway portal. Here you'll find a growing selection of DeFi projects on EOS, with relevant links and badges to signal the security status they currently hold. Plus, there's a great new Claim All feature that makes it easy to collect all of your earnings from the different projects in one place. We discuss the complexity of audits and MSIGs, and everything to consider when you evaluate the risk of an EOS DeFi project in EOS Hot Sauce number 72. It's quite the challenge to keep on top of all these new projects, but EOSX has you covered, as it dynamically updates the status of a selection of EOS DeFi projects and lets you know which ones have been audited and MSIG'd. Projects will only receive an audited badge if the audit or audit certificate is made public by the auditing firm. MSIG tags will only be awarded to projects whose token contracts and deposit accounts have been MSIG'd with neutral third parties. Yves LaRose, CEO of EOS Nation, said the following on Telegram. It's one small step we can take to try and create a safer environment for token holders whilst not stifling innovation. It does not remove the risk associated with participating in DeFi projects. Always manage your risk accordingly. In other EOS DeFi news, we're happy to report that EvoDex has added Vigor USDT as their first stable pair. Vigor won the Best Community Voted DApp Award of the EOS Writer in late June, and now it's your chance to drop a comment for Vigor and get a quote in the upcoming EOS Writer article. Last but not least, we want to give a shout out to OKX for their quick response to the community that requested EOS DeFi projects be recognized. OKX had the community vote on 6 projects, and the winning projects, Box and DMD, are already listed and available for trading. In more DeFi news, Equilibrium just received a $27,000 grant from the Web3 Foundation. Equilibrium will use the funds to build out its cross-chain money market to the Polkadot ecosystem and provide tools that enable other projects. Equilibrium CEO Alex Melikov said, Equilibrium's mission is to open up the vast remaining potential within DeFi and maximize value for every DeFi user. Our technology lets us unite all major protocols and previously isolated digital assets, maximizing cross-chain liquidity so that anyone can transact with anyone. And the Equilibrium team is moving fast as their new product is already live on testnet. The future is multi-chain and we're happy to see this evolve. Up next, Emanate keeps getting better. The upcoming Emanate 1.6 update will bring a couple of long-awaited features to the platform. Emanate users will soon be able to personalize their experience, follow their favorite artists, and save their favorite songs. Eminate's premium services are getting updates too. From now on, services such as premium distro and access to EMT earnings can either be purchased via credit card or made available via staking. Music lovers will need to stake 5,000 EMT, whereas musicians will need to stake 25,000 EMT for the Pro Connect plan. This goes hand in hand with another update, the option to finally be able to cash out your EMT earnings. As a friendly reminder, did you know that Eminate finished its closed beta in April and is already open for anyone to upload tracks? Especially with the new updates, there's hardly a reason for musicians and music lovers to not share their passion on Eminate. Moving on now to an update from the virtual world of prospectors. The Tombstone Boomtown will be launched on Wednesday, September 30th, and it brings a brand new map featuring all the usual prospectors functionalities, but with a twist. The life of the town is limited to 2 months, so the game strategy needs to switch from long-term to short-term planning. With this new concept, the goal is to move fast, cooperate, build a business, and try to extract as much value as possible before the town dies. Bond's manifest of the Prospectors team gave us the following quote: "The Boomtown Challenge is the race against the clock, where players will work together to extract as much gold, materials, and resources in the most prosperous land ever discovered within the Prospectors' reality. The concept is an entirely new type of gameplay for Prospectors. Players can experience the early days of new land where the frenzy of new construction and searching for gold-rich plots really emulates the gold rush atmosphere. The goal is to build the railway in the allotted time. Those who help with the construction will earn shares of the railroad and get their share of profits from the transportation of the gold, materials, and resources that get sent back to the permanent world. The PSS shareholders will win the prize of the entire state property fund. Keeping players busy and on their toes for the entire time should make this the most exciting version of the game yet. Find more information on how to prepare for this exciting new version of the Prospectors game in the official announcement. If you haven't checked out Prospectors yet, now's the perfect time. And we've got some good news for those already staking EFX tokens. Not only are they generating NFX tokens based on their stake age, or the duration that EFX is staked, but their stake age will also be ported over and play an important role in the newly introduced Effect Staking Protocol 2.0. In the upcoming Effect DAO, each member's rank will be determined through the Triforce of the amount of locked NFX, the governance token, staked EFX, and its stake age. A higher rank in the Effect DAO means more benefits such as fee reward collection, DApp level privileges, and vote casting to influence the direction of Effect AI. The process of voting, submitting proposals, and the importance of engagement was explained in a previous article. The Effect AI core team is doing an awesome job educating the EFX token holders and preparing for a successful launch of the Effect DAO. And we're happy to report that from now on, Effect AI will support the Anchor wallet for signing transactions. Speaking of Effect AI, you might want to mark the next Block.one conference in your calendar on October 22nd to 23rd, which will once again be hosted by Effect AI co-founder and CEO Chris Daw. He's hinted at some exciting announcements planned for this event. Now let's check in on the world of Upland. The option to cash out into fiat currency is entering the closed alpha phase on Upland. The team announced the feature earlier this year in partnership with Tilia, a subsidiary of the makers of Second Life. Another milestone was reached with the opening of the City Hall. This new building will provide the following offerings: registration for the Fiat Out beta trial. Uplanders can upgrade to the executive status and order custom 3D model properties, which then can be placed on one of your properties as a special type of NFT. Directors level Uplanders can order custom block explorers at City Hall. And soon more services will be available at City Hall, including registering for business licenses. The Upland community is moving full steam ahead into a metaverse of tradable NFTs. And to share the excitement, we want to highlight a fun activity by Upland Fan Art and Upland Uncovered. They're having a special NFT giveaway. But you only have until Wednesday, September 30th to submit an Uplift fan art piece to the pool to participate, so jump on it. It keeps getting busy on Upland, and we love it. We also love the DApp network. Eve the Rose joined Zach Gull on the DApp Talk this week to recap the ETH Bridge Liquidity Apps Week and discuss some issues important to the DApp community. Topics included collateral, who puts it up and how much of it is needed, how do we incentivize DSPs to run bridges, and it ended with a call to action for the community to organize and discuss these topics. Don't forget to apply for bounty grants. You can find more info on that in the written edition of this episode. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. We've got more spicy goodness for you every week, so subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for the next one. If you can't wait till next week, find our previous episodes at eosnation.io or on our YouTube channel. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.